Hi, I'm going to show you how I do a French braid. I'm going to use my tangle teaser and these little tiny elastics. See these? Okay, so I'm going to use these little tiny elastics, one of those, to hold the braid. Okay, here I go. I think the hardest part with getting started with your French braid is the hand hold and just the first couple of passes. Once you learn how to do the first couple of passes and how you're going to hold your hands, it will get a lot easier. Especially if you already know how to French braid other people's hair. If you can't French braid your own, hopefully this will help you. Okay, so I divide it into 3 sections. And pay attention to how I'm holding it now. I've taken my right hand and I'm holding my right section with my ring finger and my pinky finger and the palm of my hand. Then my middle section I'm holding with my index finger and my middle finger. And then this section I'm holding it with my entire hand. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to take these 2 fingers here that are loose and I'm going to grab this section all the way on the right and I'm going to bring it over the middle section, and then I've got the middle section in between my ring finger and my pinky finger on the right hand. Then I'm going to take my right hand with these 2 fingers, my middle and my index finger, and I'm going to grab the section on the left and I'm going to bring it over what is now in the middle, and then I'm going to hold on to this section on the left with my entire hand, and I've got my same hand hold. My fist is holding my whole hand is holding the left, and my right hand has got one section between my ring finger and pinky finger and my palm, and then the other section is between my index and middle fingers. Okay? So that's the first step, is to make sure that you've got that first pass done. So you've gotten both sides brought over once. Now I grab the right section with my left hand again with these 2 fingers, and I lay this middle section here on my thumb, but I keep it separate from the other section because that's in my entire fist, so I know it's separate still. Okay, so then I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to pull a section of hair and add it to the pincher grasp hands here, the first 2 fingers, and I'm going to grab the section underneath, and then I'm going to switch and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take these 2 fingers, hold on to the top section, and grab that middle section with my thumb, but it's not being held by the entire fist like my right hand is holding on to the right section right now. If that makes any sense. Hopefully that's not confusing you. So then I'm going to take this section here, I'm going to pull a little bit of hair over into my pincher grasp fingers. That's what I'm calling these 2 fingers, my pincher grasp. And then I'm going to grab the one underneath, and then with my pincher grasp, grab the one on top, then add some more hair to the pincher grasp, then grab the one underneath, then take the pincher grasp and grab the top one on the other side, then take some more hair and add it to the pincher grasp, then grab the section that's underneath and take your pincher grasp and grab the one on the right, and then keep going with the same pattern, adding it to the pincher grasp, grabbing the one underneath with your pinky finger and your ring finger and your palm, and then grabbing with your pincher grasp on the other side. Okay, so now I'm at the nape of my neck, but I'm not finished yet with my braid. I don't want to end it off here. So I'm just going to keep braiding, and in order to not have my hair twist when I'm braiding it, I don't bring it over my shoulder right away. I start by just braiding it up for a little while before I switch over to the shoulder, because then my braid doesn't twist. And I found that it doesn't grab these little nape hairs as much and pull on them if I don't bring it right over and turn it. So now I've got my braid pretty well braided up to the top of my hair again, up to the top of my head again. And so now I'm going to bring it around, and I can see your lovely faces again. And finish off my braid just by doing a regular 3-strand braid. I've got this one section that's itty bitty and these other 2 sections that are so long. It's because I have face framing layers that were cut into my hair a couple years ago. So I have a pretty long tassel. I wouldn't have near this long of a tassel if I didn't have those face framing bits cut into my hair a couple years ago. About almost 2.5, 3 years ago now. So anyway, take my little elastic and put it on there. I'm being stumped by the power of the elastic. Okay, I think I got it. I've never had this much trouble with an elastic before. Alright, so now I've got my hair all done, and I'll turn around so you can see it. That is a French braid. Now, if you want to make it into another style, there's a couple different things you can do with it so that it's not rubbing against your clothes all day long. Because me, I don't know, I don't like it rubbing against my clothes because I think it's damaging my hair and it tends to shred the braid, especially where those layers that I have are still growing out. So instead of letting it rub against my clothes all day, I like to put it up. There's a couple different ways I like to do it. Let me find a hair stick. You would think I'd have a hair stick right here, but I only have my cheap hair stick from Claire's here's my other one. And I have this rosewood one. I got this one as a freebie from when I ordered some other hair toy. I can't remember now how I got it. But anyway, I like this one because it's kind of got some twists and twirls in it, so it holds really well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I have to kind of see what I'm doing, so I'm going to grab... I'm using a different mirror because the one my daughter made for me broke. It broke. I still have it, but it's broke. This one is bigger, so... Anyway, so I'm going to insert my stick at the top of my braid. I don't know if you can see that very well. At the top of my braid, and I'm going to scooch it down, and then bring it through the bottom of the braid, about like that. So hopefully you can see that. Okay, so after I have it through the bottom of the braid, let me turn around again, then I can hold it in place, and I just wrap this around and tuck in my ends. And I like to use these magic grip pins. I got them over at Sally's.
They're really inexpensive at Sally's. You can get them on Amazon too, but they cost a lot less at Sally's. Anyway, they're really nice. They're really good. They hold your hair very well, but they do break sometimes. I've had trouble with them breaking. So, but anyway, I put my magic grip pin in there, and I have what is known as the Jamie Lee style. A lot of LHC people have their hair in this style. They call it the Jamie Lee. I'm assuming that, and I've never, maybe I don't know who it is, but I think there's a Jamie Lee on Untamed Tresses who, maybe this is named after her. I don't know. But anyway, I like it. It's a very nice way to put it up. It makes it look so elegant. So, here's a Jamie Lee, and if you want to dress it up a little bit, you can add some pretty sparkly pins like this. That's what I'm going to use. And I can hear my son out there saying, "Mom, are you ever going to get out of the bathroom?" No, I'm never going to get out of the bathroom. Thanks for asking. Alright, so I'm going to put these in my hair to make it look prettier. So I'm just going to put one right here, and one right there. And there we go. Now I've got some sparklies. Alright, there's lots of other things you can do with a braid once you've got it done, but this is just what I decided to do today. You can also take a Flexi 8 and insert it in the braid, and then wrap the braid around it, and that would be a braided bun. What else? Lots of things. There's lots of things you can do. Anyway, there's a couple of ideas for you, and hopefully that really helped with the French braiding problems. Getting started on a French braid is tough, but once you've trained your hands how to do it, then it just comes really naturally. This took me a lot longer just because I was showing you and I was slowing down really slow so you could see how I moved my hands as I did it. So hopefully that will help you a little bit. It doesn't take near as long when you're doing it on yourself. Oh, and we gotta get these bangs out of the way. You gotta see how long they're growing first. Let me brush them in front so you can see. Alright, so they are below my eyebrows now. See? Yeah, I've got weird wonky hairs over here. Anyway, so I'm going to pull them to the side and put a barrette in there to hold them out of the way. And yes, I'm going to use these metal barrettes, the little tiny cheap chintzy ones that you can buy at any drugstore, because they work. So, and I thought about buying some mini Flexi 8s, but I just don't have $16 or $9, however much it is, to buy one of those minis for that little tiny bit of hair that's going to grow out eventually and be out of my way. If I'm going to pay for hair toys, I want them to last for a long time and be useful for a long time, and just don't think the minis will work for me. Anyway, so got my hair pinned back and out of my face, and maybe I'll put my contacts in and put some makeup on so I look more presentable for the rest of the day. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.